What's good? This day. I want to talk to you today about revolution. I know a lot of enlightened people want revolution. They love the idea of revolution. I don't remember who it was that coined the phrase a long time ago, the revolution will not be televised. But I love it because what they were saying is that the revolution starts within. It starts in the mind. It starts in the soul. Once the individual becomes truly awakened, truly enlightened, and they see beyond the system, the illusion of the system, that's where revolution starts. And we need that within each individual in order to see the revolution we want to see manifested physically. So I'm not here to propagate war, even though I subscribe to um, the idea of overthrowing certain regimes and establishments, organizations, etc. I do. Um, but I believe that strategy is key. I really do. I don't know if Abraham Lincoln actually came up with the quote, and I don't, for personal reasons, historical reasons that are documented, I don't fuck with Abraham Lincoln. But if it was really him or not, I really do love this quote as well. I'm not quoting it correctly. But this is what the gist of the quote is basically like, if you give me an axe to chop down a tree, uh, you give me like 6 months or something like that, 5 months, I don't know, just a certain period of time. I'll spend X amount of time sharpening the axe before I start even chopping down the tree. Spend more time sharpening it. It's preparation, which is being strategic, right? It's strategy. I believe that the true strategy here is for people to self-actualize. That's why I made this channel. Not so that we can overthrow the entire world. You do with it what you need to do. The purpose of my channel is to help people tap into their higher selves so that they can tap into their unique purpose and change the world for the better. What that looks like for each individual, I have no idea. It took me a long time to figure it out for myself. So I can't figure it out for anybody. I have no desire to do that. That is your journey. But I know that I have found the right fundamental principles that will allow an individual to become that person that they've always wanted to be. To self-actualize, by definition, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is the desire for one to become their greatest selves. I talked about this in another video, and I said that I believe that your greatest self has no limits. I believe that limits are perceived and that we can move past them, because you can look throughout history and through modern times and see that there are a lot of people who have done things that others didn't believe was possible. And after that, more and more people began to do those things and set new records, no matter what it was. People go forward in life and do amazing, innovative, radical things when they see the next human is able to do them as well. So, with that being said, real revolution is within, and if we spent our time really focusing on that rather than focusing on our survival needs, I believe that we will see a great change in a swift amount of time. Why? Because the system has the individual focused on the individual in the three-dimensional realm, on the lower tiers of the hierarchy of needs. It's just survival, security. If you're focused on survival and security, you have no time for others, and you can only focus on yourself. You can only focus on yourself because your nervous system is in fight or flight, right? It's in fight or flight. So if your nervous system is telling you inside or acting like you're running from danger 24/7 so that you can make it through however you have to get it done, that's all you're going to have time for. That's all you're going to spend your energy um, focusing on. Your body is literally going to get up and go do something to make sure that you survive. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because that's not the way that life should be. It's really not. So therefore, we don't have time for one another. And in order for a revolution to occur in the world, you obviously need one another. You need community. And let me actually bust open my laptop right here and read to you what the etymology of community even is. The etymology of community implies people who are together, bound by shared duties and services. It historically referred to individuals who voluntarily took on the responsibilities of maintaining a group, town, or city. And I wrote after that, once we truly realize this in each of our own souls, we beat the system. Because this system has us stuck worrying about the two lower columns of the pyramid of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because capitalism holds our basic survival needs behind a paywall that forces us to work for the system rather than for one another. Just imagine a world where we actually worked together for the betterment of one another. Like, really envision that. Really picture that. That's like, when's the last time we've seen that in humanity? When's the last time we've seen that? Not in my lifetime, and most likely not in yours. And when Black people tried it in the States, the government by them, has always came and committed arson and murder, mass murder, burned down the businesses, everybody's establishments, and killed the leaders in front of the women and in front of the children. It's been a thing that has occurred throughout my people's bloodline for a very, very long time. And it happens all over the world in many different ways. Once a group of people becomes enlightened and radicalized, and they join together to create their own economy and their own laws and way of living, somebody else with more leverage when it comes to weaponry steps in and does their thing. So this time around, I really want not just my people, but people all over the world who speak this same language of true enlightenment and are truly deconstructed from all the negative isms that make people do horrible things in the name of whatever God or whatever political affiliation they have. I would love for that group of people who doesn't fuck with that, who has deconstructed from that, to begin self-actualizing behind closed doors, like the real deal. The real deal. That's why I created this channel. That's literally why I created this channel. Because I know that if I was to step out into the world and run some kind of sophisticated political campaign that looks similar to people in history in the likes of, let's just even say, a Malcolm X or Kwame Nkrumah. Let's say I did that or somebody else did that. The same thing would happen that happened to those individuals. Kwame made it through, but he said that all Africa needs to be joined together as one. And until that happens, his vision is not coming true. What he laid down is not, it hasn't come to full fruition. So we freed Ghana, but the rest of Africa still needs to be freed, right? It's like this all over the world. When we see past, and I'm not saying these things aren't relevant. Hear me out. I'm extremely pro-black. I stand for mine. However, we still need other people that exist outside of our cultural groups, outside of our race, which was created by colonizers. There's a language that we all speak, and I'm not talking about our cultural languages. I'm talking about a universal language. There's a language that we all speak, and it has to do with uh, our true identity speaking in silence. We understand that this life should be more, and that groups of people, organizations, have infiltrated this life and are extremely parasitic and leech off of our humanity so that we can feed their system, right? And I believe the only way to rid the parasites is to have a holistic frame of mind. To have a holistic frame of mind. What do I mean by that? I mean for us to get back to our nature, to get back to the real frequency of life, because everything that we need is here already because the earth produces it, and we are the earth. We're directly connected to it. We're one. It's not separate from us, and we're not separate from one another. The only time we become separate from one another to some degree is when we don't see each other as one another. And there's just a group of people out there that will never see that. And so that's when we sever. We sever those people. We sever those organizations. We push them off. Because we can continue to produce what we need with one another, right? We can continue to produce what we need with one another. We don't need this system, and we don't need the parasites within it to keep producing nature. We are the ones who truly understand what life should be, like I said. So since we have a true understanding of what life should be, and we're on the frequency of the earth, it's us who needs to be responsible. It's us who's capable of stepping out and actually making a real change in this world. And again, I'm going to keep saying it in this video and in the ones to come, that it's us, bro. It's us. It's us. We are the ones that can hold parasites accountable and acquire all that we need for the world to move forward in the right direction and to put an end to the way the pendulum is swinging right now. It's hyper toxic masculine. It just is. And if we don't do something about it now within, I don't see much hope. And I'm not a doom guy. I'm not a doom and gloom guy, but I really don't. Because right now, more than ever in our lifetime, I know this has happened multiple times before, but in our lifetime, we have faced an ultimatum. There's a split. And you have to choose to be more or devolve. There is no like middle ground. There's no middle ground. If you try to create one and stand on it, by default, you'll devolve because you're not working on evolving while the world is dramatically shifting. It's drastically shifting. So there's already a divide between humanity because there's certain events that are occurring in life right now that are blatantly evil, blatantly wrong. There's blatantly a system that is oppressing people. And since that's the case, it's going to be easy to spot who doesn't stand for humanity and who's on the other side. No matter what they say, no matter what they spew out of their mouths, if people don't stand for their neighbor, if they don't stand for even themselves, then you need to go. You need to go. How that looks, I don't know. But a time is coming where things are they're really going to start boiling over. And those of us who are enlightened and truly want to see Earth be restored and for humanity to get what it truly deserves. And I'm not talking about the parasites, again, not parasitic humans and whatever other entities exist out there if they do. I'm talking about those of us who are in alignment with the laws of nature and truly possess love in our hearts. There's coming a time where we have to stand together. And if we go back to what unity truly means, it means to take care of one another. That's what it means at the core, is to do whatever we need to do to take care of one another. And I believe that you can't be a great human being without self-actualizing, because a self-actualized individual who understands who they truly are understands who others around them are as well. They just do. So you'll do whatever for the next person because you see them as a direct extension of you. You see them as your reflection. So my hope with this channel is to get a fraction of people. I don't know how many people will tune into this channel, but I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get as many people as possible to tune into it that speak this language, this universal language, to comprehend what I'm saying and put in the work, the necessary work internally, in order to become the type of person that we need so that this earth can be restored. That's what this channel again is about. That's what my journey is about. It's a lofty goal. It's a lofty goal, and I don't know where it'll lead me. But I'm here for it. It's just in me. It always has been in me since I was a kid. It's always been in me. It looked very immature in the beginning because I had a lot of reading to do. I had a lot more traveling to do and a lot more people to meet and a lot more lessons to learn, first and foremost. I had a lot of lessons to learn. And of course, my brain, neurologically, like, it wasn't fully developed. It's fully developed at this point, and I live physically a holistic life, so I keep myself, in shape, and I want to do better for myself and am doing better for myself as the days go on. So with me treating my body right, my mind right, my spirit right, I'm maturing in this perspective, and I'm looking for the most efficient ways to make this happen rather than having to wait for a long time before I see it come to fruition, because I believe that the time is always now, because the present moment is the only thing that exists. So I didn't wait before I went to school and became some kind of politician or something like that. I have no desire. I have more of a desire to just speak the language of the people that understand and comprehend and speak this language. And the best way to reach them is through online content and to do it in a specific manner. I just happen to be an artist. So I know exactly how to catch your attention in a authentic manner, in a unique manner, in a stylish manner. And so I am running a campaign. It's just a different type of campaign. It's a more modern approach. It's strategy throughout the years, wisdom acquired throughout the years to be able to get to a point where I fully understand that it's about what I can do for you behind the screen right here while I'm enjoying the convenience of my own home and blasting it out on the internet, because I understand that I'm speaking to people that I don't even know, and some of these people that I don't know have the skills, the abilities, the type of spirit, and the knowledge necessary to do things that I could never do that'll move this mission that I have in mind forward much more than I ever could. I'm not here to be the one. I don't even believe that. In my life I am. I'm the main character and the one in my life. But I give all praise to surrounding characters in my life that speak the same language. And my goal is to lift them up. Because again, we need one another. We need community. So if I could just reach that one person that's really going to set it off, but all the other surrounding characters as well around that one character, or maybe it's multiple characters, I'm trying to reach everyone and get us all together so that we can move forward. Because we need a real, first and foremost, spiritual force. We need a true awakening. So I'm not claiming to be the most enlightened individual. I'm still young in this lifetime. But whoever I was before, whatever I was doing before I arrived here, it was already in me when I manifested in this physical realm during this lifetime. And so it has always called me, and it's always placed me in the circumstances to be who I am at this very moment and who I'm supposed to be in the future before I expire in this lifetime. And my mission that I am tapped into, that I fully understand, is that I'm here to help the surrounding characters in my life become who they need to be. That's it. Once I do that, I played my part. I've played my role. I don't know how many that's supposed to be. But whenever my time is done, I'm only satisfied if I did what I'm doing here. If I did what I'm doing here at the highest level possible. So I'm striving for it. I'm going for it nonstop. You do your part. That's all I'm asking, is for you to do your part from the convenience of your own home, in your own heart, and in your own mind. As you experience your day-to-day life and you perceive everything around you, think about how you can be the best version of yourself for other people. Not the best version of yourself that can be remembered and have this great legacy forever. No. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. That is a byproduct of you caring for others. It will just happen. It just will happen. If you want that, which is not a bad thing, contribute to this life by giving, 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 rather than having a mindset that is focused on taking. That is what parasites do. I'm speaking to the more immature version of myself. Those of you who are the most, or the more immature version of yourself right now, that still speak this language. And for those of you who are mature on your journey, I'm just here to assist. I'm just here to give you my perspective, my take on what it means to be an enlightened individual who has a great responsibility, in hopes that I inspire you to keep going and inspire you to take it to the next level and the next level and the next level, because I'm here with you. And you may have not crossed paths with anybody in your life who really is on that level, who's really advancing in their journey. And it might be very refreshing to hear it, and it might inspire you to do the next thing. That's what my hope is. So that's all I have to say in regard to this topic. I want to see a change. So do you. So let's be it first. Let's be it. We are it already, but let's keep being it, because again, there is no limit to our potential. The self-actualized being can keep becoming greater and greater and greater in this life. You just can, because the soul is what's really becoming greater. So in the next life, when we come back, all the work that we've done here will still manifest in the physical based off of who we are on the inside. This energy that can't be destroyed. Let's do it now. Will we see that change in this lifetime? Hopefully, but maybe not. Maybe it's the next one. But we still need to do our job right now, no matter what. Whether it's this one or the next one or the next one after that. It's our job to do our job now internally. It is. I love you. Peace.